everyone, in this video we will cover the current affairs. I am Nuzhat Sana. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app. You can attend the quizzes on this app for better practice, and after that you can also read the detailed explanation of the questions you have missed. For regular updates, please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay. Also, our latest initiative is UPSC Prelims Test Series for 2021 and 2022 in GKToday Academy app. So if you are appearing in UPSC Prelims, you may consider joining this. So now, without wasting any further time, let's get started. So today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 23rd of June 2021. Starting with very first question, which union ministry is set to launch Jaan Hai To Jahan Hai COVID vaccination awareness campaign? So this campaign has been recently launched by Minority Affairs Ministry, the minister of which is Mr. Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi. So this is for the rural and remote areas where the rumors are prevalent against the COVID vaccination drive. So the campaign is to be launched by Ministry of Minority Affairs along with various socio-educational organizations, then various NGOs and women self-help groups. Talking about Ministry of Minority Affairs, there was an event which was very famous called Hunar Haat. So recently in I think April month, 28th edition of this event has been organized at Kala Academy in the capital of Goa, which is Panaji. So this event has been organized under the theme Vocal for Locals, and it is type of a platform to popular the indigenous artistry and various crafts across the country. Okay, so do remember that this campaign is for awareness in the rural areas because there are a lot of rumors regarding COVID vaccination drive. Okay. Question number 2, CSS, a new software released by the Union Health Ministry, stands for. What is CSS? So recently the Union Health Ministry has released information about the software named as CSS, which is called COVID Severity Score. Actually, this new software will identify COVID patients who may require ventilation based on an algorithm. And this algorithm has been developed by the Foundation for Innovations in Health, which is at Kolkata, with support from Department of Science and Technology in collaboration with IIT Guwahati. And it allocates a CSS, means you will have a certain score based on the measures of symptoms, signs, vital parameters or test reports. So this score would be based on various type of things, and this score will decide which COVID patients need an urgent attention. Now talking about few more IITs here. First of all, IIT Kharagpur was in news because recently it has developed a weather forecasting system. Then there is IIT Ropar. It has developed a CPAP machine, continuous positive airway pressure machine, and called it as Jeevan Vayu. Apart from it, IISc Bangalore was in news because it has topped in ARWU rankings in the category of higher education in India. Can you tell me what is the full form of ARWU? We have already covered these news in the previous lectures. If you want to go into more depth, please refer to them. Question number 3. The central government notified to set up a coastal zone management authority in which southern state? So recently Union government has issued a gazette to set up a Karnataka Coastal Zone Management Authority. So it is under the provisions of Environment Protection Act 1986. So this would be a 15-member body first of all, and it will aim to protect and improve the quality of the coastal environment, and its target is preventing and controlling all the environmental pollution in the coastal regulation zone there at Karnataka. Now let's discuss few more things about Karnataka. First of all, it has decided to set up a flower processing center. Why? To convert all the unsold flowers into its useful products. Then also Karnataka is set to host second edition of Khelo India University Games. Then also it has launched DBT mobile application to transfer the funds directly to its beneficiaries. Okay. Can you tell me what is the full form of DBT? Please write in the comment section. Question number 4. What is the theme of the International Day of Yoga 2021? So we have discussed this question just in the previous lecture. As we know that the International Yoga Day has been celebrated every year on which day? 21st of June since 2015, when there was 69th session of United Nations General Assembly. On that day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has proposed to observe an International Yoga Day, and from that day we celebrate it, and the theme for this year was Yoga for Wellness. So obviously the focus will be on practicing yoga for physical and mental well-being. Now few days back an application was also launched by Ayush Ministry called as Namaste Yoga. Why? To mark the beginning of series on common yoga protocol to be telecasted on DD India channel. Talking about some more important days, we celebrate International Day of Family Remittances on 16th of June. Then we celebrate World Elder Abuse Awareness Day on 15th of June. World Day to Combat Desertification and Drought is celebrated on 17th of June. What was the theme for this day? The theme for this year was Restoration, Land Recovery. We build back better with healthy land. Question number 5. Which union ministry is to set up Devyangata Khel Kendras? So this would be set up under Social Justice and Empowerment Ministry, the minister of which is Mr. Thawar Chand Gehlot. So recently he has announced that the ministry has decided to establish 5 Devyangata Khel Kendras in different parts of the country. He also added that Ahmedabad city is identified to open one of such facilities. So also Mr. Gehlot was participating in Samajik Adhikarita Shivir for distribution of aids and assistive devices to all the Divyangjan under the ADIP scheme. Now you have to tell me what is the full form of ADIP. Today a lot of questions regarding the acronyms. Try to answer all of it. Now few days back you would have heard about an application called Saugamya Bharat app. So it has been developed by Department of Employment of Persons with Disabilities, and along with this application a handbook was also released called Access the Photo Digest. So this application is to enhance the accessibility within the 3 pillars of Accessible India campaign named as Transportation Sector, second is Built Environment, and third is ICT Ecosystem in India. Also there was a SAGE project which was in news because it has also been developed by Social Justice and Empowerment Ministry. What is the full form of SAGE? Don't worry, this time I am not giving you a homework, let me tell. It is Senior Care Aging Growth. So this project will be launched to select, support and create one-stop access of elder care products and services provided by credible startups. So do remember that all these projects and schemes are from Social Justice and Empowerment Ministry. Question number 6. M-Yoga application launched by India recently was developed in association with which organization? So recently Narendra Modi has announced the launch of M-Yoga app, which will host the training videos to be available worldwide in different type of languages. And this app is a collaborative work between WHO, then Ministry of Ayush as well as Government of India. What is Ayush? Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturopathy, then Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy. So correct answer is here WHO. Few days back you would have heard about an application called Manas. What is it? First of all, it has been released by Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India, and this application is to promote the mental well-being of the people of India, and it stands for Mental Health and Normalcy Augmentation System. Now few weeks before we have discussed about Samvedna scheme. In it there was a toll-free helpline number to help all the children and the students who have been feared out due to COVID-19 as they were stressed out. Now again you have to tell me what does Samvedna stands for. Question number 7. Laurel Hubbard, who is selected as the first transgender athlete to compete at the Olympics, is from which country? So 43-year-old Laurel Hubbard belongs to New Zealand and has been selected as the first transgender athlete to compete at the Tokyo Olympics. And please remember that testosterone levels were not met by Laurel Hubbard, and that's why International Olympic Committee has made her to take part in the super heavyweight women's competition. And here she will compete in the super heavyweight 87 kg category. So though she is a transgender, but some basic requirements were not met by her, that's why she has to fight in the women's category. Now yesterday we studied that there was a country which has passed anti-LGBT law ahead of 2022 elections. Which is that country? It's Hungary, the capital of which is Budapest. Also please remember that first country in Asia to legalize same-sex marriage is Taiwan. Then there is Gauri Sawant, who is first ever transgender election ambassador from Maharashtra. Question number 8. What is the name of the engine which can be used with 100% crude oil or 100% ethanol? So this engine is flex fuel engine, and recently the Union Ministry for Road Transport and Highways has announced that the ministry will make this type of engines which would be mandatory for the automobile industry. So basically in these type of engines there will be a choice for the people to use either 100% of crude oil or 100% ethanol. So India has earlier preponed the cutoff date for mixing 20% ethanol in petrol, because earlier the target was 2030, but now it has been preponed to 2025. Actually we have already covered this news when we talked about adoption of E20 fuels. So it was decided that there would be a blend of 20% ethanol and gasoline to decrease all the vehicle emissions as well as country's oil import bill. Also there was a scheme which was very famous called SATAT scheme. What is it? Sustainable Alternative Towards Affordable Transportation Scheme. So recently 9 CBGs, means compressed biogas plants, were commissioned, and among it Andhra Pradesh has 1, Gujarat has 3, Haryana has 1, Maharashtra has 3, and Tamil Nadu has 1. So these plants are to be set up by entrepreneurs and private companies who have raised the financial resources to develop these plants. Okay. Question number 9. What is the name given to the water involved in the production and trade of commodities and services? So researchers of IIT Guwahati have found a better water management policy in India using virtual water analysis. What is it? Actually it is the water that is involved in the production and trade of food and non-food commodities and services. So it may be described as the invisible water that is consumed throughout the life cycle of a product or service, and this water flows assessment aims to induce sustainable use. Now few days back we have talked about swastik technology. Again you have to tell me what does swastik stands for. And it was developed by CSIR NCL, which lies at Pune. Why? To disinfect the water by using natural oils, because as we have seen that waterborne diseases have increased the India's disease burden. And also we have talked about Flint water crisis. What is it? It is an ongoing investigation on public health crisis. So actually the issue was that Flint city has shifted its water supply from Lake Huron to now Flint River. So this shift caused the water distribution pipes to corrode, and hence the leaching of lead takes place, and various type of contaminants were added into the municipal drinking water. Hence officials there failed to apply the corrosion inhibitors to water, and that's why a lot of people were suffered due to this crisis, and they all are affected to a particular disease. So this is a type of investigation which is going on there in Flint city. Coming to last question, Stephen Löfven, who was in the news recently, was the former prime minister of which country? So he belongs to Sweden, and recently he has lost a no confidence vote, which has made this leader to resign in a week. And with this scenario, the speaker is given the job of finding a new government, or call a snap election. So basically the left party has now withdrawn support for the center left government over a plan to ease rent controls for new building and apartments. Why? Because there was controversy over a bill which was there to ease rent controls for new build apartments. So due to this controversy, the left party has withdrawn, and that's why Stephen Löfven has to resign. We have talked about Kenneth Kaunda in the previous lecture. Why he is in news? Because he has been passed away recently, and he was the founding president of Zambia. Then there is Ibrahim Raisi. He is the new president of Iran. Then there is Naftali Bennett. He is the new prime minister of Israel. Then Syria President, we already know, Bashar al-Assad. The new Prime Minister of Central African Republic is Henry Mary Dondra. Now one question for you. Can you tell me who is Patrick Amott? He has been recently appointed to which post? Please write in the comment section if you know. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Here you have to pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. At the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So be honest with yourself and please do not cheat. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.